And good night, I guess, for everyone around the world here for the morning of the World's Disc Federation 2024 Team Worlds. If you didn't already know, we're in Australia for this Team World, so it's not Canada. Estonia in the afternoon.
Estonia versus Australia for the gold medal. It's going to be unreal.
And this morning, we on this broadcast, we are going to be doing USA versus Chechnya. Czech Republic.
Yep.
Sorry, I've just jumped into the booth about 5 minutes ago, so I'm catching up. We've got Christov Novak and Christina. We could be getting that wrong. They've got a Y in the name. It could be Christina.
Yeah, we're putting our Aussie twang on it.
We're putting our Aussie twang on it. If
so
we can
apologies.
get the chat up, that'd be great, and then could maybe get some commentary to let me know I'm doing something wrong. We've got them from the doubles and also versing USA, Andrew Brown and Leah. I have a feeling this might be the other team.
This is USA, yeah. So Andrew and Leah from USA.
Okay. And then we've got Jakub or Jacob, as we call it in Australia.
Yeah, Jacob in Australia.
I believe that's Jakub. And we've got Chris versus him in the USA singles as well. I did do some interviews today for some of these players, except it was not this USA group. It was the other one.
It was the other one.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a lot of information about the other group that's going to be following them. I'm just not going to have a lot of information on this.
Well, I had the pleasure of following around USA yesterday when they played Australia in the morning. I watched Leah and Chris take on two of our guys, and they played brilliantly. Leah being that lefty backhand, lefty forehand, quite strong forehand. And Chris just has some power in his throws. So
I got some information. No, I got that was Corey. She's also a lefty.
Yeah, I've never seen so many lefties out here before.
There is. Yep.
So it's been really cool to see. Really cool to see.
Do we know anything about the weather? Have you checked the weather by any chance?
The weather, let's get a quick update from the Bureau. So currently we're sitting at a nice 16.2 degrees.
Feels like 13.5.
Feels like 13.5. It does say no rain, but it is fairly cloudy out there.
Max of 22 in the midday, so that will come into play later. And what's wind like? That's the one.
Wind, we're currently sitting around 19 kilometers, and we could get gusts up to about 30 kilometers this morning. So could be affecting play a little bit.
Yeah, so if you aren't familiar with this course or haven't been watching the coverage, we've got some half wooded holes, half open. Some of the greens are perched on top of some of the hills, and some down in some of the gullies and in the woods. So some of the greens will be quite windy, and some don't. So let's just see how that plays out as well. No rain, which is good, and the wind gusts, that's actually lower than yesterday.
All right, we're crossing through.
All right, so we're on the World's course today. Hole 1, par 5, 333 meters. We've got the graphic nicely done here today, which is 1093 feet. You want a forehand and land either on top of this shelf here or just past it right about here to get yourself into a position to throw a big drive of 160, 170 meters to get as close to this OB up here. All of this creek line up to the next creek line is an island of OB here. You want to get over that for your third shot to land in the green to putt into the basket or a 4. We've seen a lot of people tackling this differently. So
first up, looks like we've got Czech
team. Looks like he's piped a nice drive out there. Might have gone a little bit long, but as long as he's in the fairway, it should be okay.
And here we have Leah for the USA.
Oh, nice. Lefty forehand.
That's the shot you need
for that hole. It's always hard seeing a lefty forehand because the disc goes in a very different direction than you normally used to. Seeing from righties and forehand righties. Okay, so this I would say is Christina. That's it. That's a great shot. Again, maybe pushed a little bit long. We'll see where they land. All right. So all this information that I have on teams here is not relevant.
Thought we were more prepared today.
I tried to be prepared, but been prepared on the wrong card. Okay, so we must have missed Andrew's shot. As long as that keeps turning, that's going to be great. It looks like he's pushed long into the bush on the left. Oh, he's got a very good tree kick. That's left him in the fairway.
Yeah, it could get a little bit dicey if you too far to the left there. So
That was also Chris, wasn't
that
it?
was Chris,
Yep.
yeah.
Andrew. So stumbling my way through it again.
We'll have it figured out by
Yeah,
hole
we'll-
18.
Yeah, we got to figure it out by hole 18 yesterday. If you didn't watch that footage of the Norway versus Australia yesterday, please go to Park Media or the WDFB YouTube channels. That coverage was amazing, and at the end of it, we got to see Australia versus Canada playoff, which I had goosebumps watching.
Oh,
It was
just
amazing.
even that whole round, there was so many highs throughout that whole round.
There is an OB line that starts a little bit further on, so I think they're just trying to figure out. Maybe they've gone past it, or they're just trying to find the disc. Yeah.
Where's the purple one? I think it's there first. I think it's this one first. Guys? This one is first, right? Oh, we are up. Sorry. Yep.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Nice little backhand flex down the pipe. I think
Oh, perfect.
that's going to give him another look for his next shot to land just before the OB line. Is this Christoph or Jakub? No. Oh, we're just trying to figure that out very shortly. We'll know. I think this might be Christoph because Christina went off the tee, and that's.
And that was her tee shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got Christoph. Might have leaked
Ooh.
OB there. Let's see the flag.
No, it's in.
Can you
Safe.
see green there?
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
I'm glad. Colorblind.
I've got you back.
Yeah. Okay. I was looking at it, just waiting for someone to make the action, not me. Okay. It looks a little bit pinched off. For those people pinched off, this is a good term for what we're talking about. He has a very tight gap to get out onto the fairway because I think that tree might be in his way. Let's see how he plays this. Big riser, let it fade down the hill. Both teams in a very similar position. And this one's Chris Villa's drive off the tee, which no, he hit the first available, and then it's his second. So now he's throwing for three. Oh, that's a mash. I think he's going to want to get as far down as possible so he can attack
As
the green.
close as we can.
So that yellow line on the outside is OB. The bluish line on the inside is just an old ball golfer's line. So if you guys can't hear us or can hear us in and out, I believe they might be having some sound issues on the field, which the team are working through right now. So just bear with us. Or you might not be able to hear anything I just said. So we've got some information on Christoph. Christoph's 984 rated player. He's been playing professional since 2012. 11 career wins.
Oh, really?
His a part of Team Discmania.
I was
Exactly.
afraid of farmers on the pit
Cool.
in there. I had to squeeze in. It's a little tight. Tiny water bottles over
Wise. Back again. We're going to try and get the live chat up as well, so we can respond to some trolls and jokes like we did yesterday. So we'll get that up soon if you guys are trying to chat to us already. And we've got Leah. She's just checking her distance right now. I believe she's just trying to find the right disc to give her the best opportunity to get just before that bounce line.
Kind of looks like she might be going to mid or.
Yep, I think she's just getting sure. Okay, she's got a high speed disc in her hand. Going with that lefty forehand. Oh, don't flex too much. And that looks going to be great. That's actually going to be a perfect position.
That's perfect. You want to be as
Yep.
close to that OB line as possible.
So I think we'll see Yakub up next. This will be, I believe it's Team 3's third. Checking his distance, this one is going to be, I believe, 150 meters for him, and he needs to go over that OB island. So it'll be about 100 and I'd say 135 to get over. It looks like he's going mid-range, so he's just playing it safe. He didn't get far enough down the fairway to give him an opportunity to do that. Yeah, that's a good.
That's a perfect shot.
Playing 2015, 982 rated, 6 career wins. Wow, that's
Chris Villa
pulled
going
it over
for
a little
that
bit.
really big shot. Did he make it? Do we
looks
have a
like
green
he might
flag?
have made
We
it.
do have a green flag.
Good. I thought that might be red.
I feel like the OB sort of tapers off a little bit on that right-hand side.
Yeah, I think it's wider, right? It's wider on the right-hand side. No, it's
Wider
wider
on the
on the left,
left?
so it's going to try and entice you to go for the green.
Yeah.
So he's throwing a harder shot to get to the position. Wow, that's a close. That line,
Very
yellow line,
close.
marking the out of bounds. She gets the 1 meter in. 3 feet. Yeah, no stress there. No, that's all right. Okay, so we got Christina up here. Christina's 931 rated. Been playing professionally since 2022. Wow, what a mash. Is she trying to get over this?
Yeah.
Check that out.
She totally just got over that. That's
What?
so good. That was
Wow,
difficult.
she's got some power, this lady. Wowee. That was probably, I would say, 120, 130 meters. And it didn't even look like she put a lot of effort into it.
And she's only been playing since...
Yeah, she hasn't been playing long
2022.
professionally, and
Wow.
18 career wins, and her rating has just recently gone up 17 points. So
Yeah.
she's on a tear
Very, very
from the
good.
looks of it. Wow. I'm just looking at her 2024 results. She's played. Wait, how? It says here FJ15. She's played FJ15 in 2024.
Wow.
How old is this? How old is the? She must be she's 15, 16.
She must be one
Wow.
of the youngest people out there, I reckon.
Yep. Okay, so
This was
Andrew,
with the upshot.
that's
Inside
exactly
circle.
yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. So I believe they're putting for par for 5 on this hole, and Jakub having to not get. He didn't get far enough down the field on his second to give himself an option to go over the top of the out of bounds. So this is his 4th shot. He needs to get as close to that pin as possible to give. That's perfect.
And he's parked it.
That's actually going to put pressure on the on Chris to try and get.
Well, Chris had that first
just
very
an
early
early
shot
release.
that didn't make it totally out of that game.
Right, so he's got 1 extra stroke on him already. So
Yeah.
this could be check up first for 1 on the singles on this hole already. Let's see how it pans out. Still flabbergasted by this information on Christina. Team Discmania as well. Played FJ15, MA2, and lots of FPO in 2024. Lots of FPO. So she's definitely a rising star. Okay, so we've got Chris here. I think he's trying to throw this in. That's all he's got. You can see him definitely lining that up, but gave a good run. I'm sure he'll probably concede that hole. Christoph, 15, 20 metre putt. Just laying that up.
Yep.
So, I believe this to tie the hole. Could be wrong. No, Christina did go over the top. Yep, this to tie the hole.
Oh.
Yeah, well done.
Bounce off the edge of the basket there.
Yep, and they've just asked for them to pick that up. A bit of confusion. Okay. So, if I'm correct, I believe the doubles. Okay, so there was just some confusion there out in the field. I believe that the doubles are tied up still, and that has gotten Jakub in front by 1 in the singles for check. Okay, we got the crew just putting up the live chat for us, so we're going to be able to. Hole 2, it actually says hole 1 on there, but it's hole 2, par 4, 123 metres, 404 feet. You want to throw into this gap here. Don't go too long or you're going to miss the Mando. Land right about here to give yourself an ability to access the green. There's a lot of loose footing on that upshot there, so this is played quite difficult all round so far.
It has.
All right, we might need to turn the sound off on this computer. Sorry, we're just having some technical difficulties. We're just working through it. Just bear with us, and we're getting the chat up. Hey, there's the chat. That's great. Thank you. If we can just have this chat here for the time being, that's great. Perfect. Sorry, I'm just talking to our ground crew. Okay, guys. So I have the chat up for the live stream. This is a perfect forehand hold. Just don't leak too much left. It's going to give them an option, but it might be some tough footing and trees in the way. But they are looking at the gap that they need to throw to. Okay, so we got Chris here. He's going backhand. I would probably just think that he's trying to do something to land right in that gap there. He's turned it over a little bit, but I think he might have got enough distance.
Hopefully it's just sitting on that little slope right next to the Mando.
Yeah, I'd actually rather be off that cart path because I've seen a lot of players this weekend slip on it when they're going
Yeah.
for the upshot. It's been a bit tricky, so I
It's
think
very slippery.
being off the cart path is actually probably a better thing. Andrew here. Keep
Ooh, stay
turning.
off it.
Oh, he
Unlucky.
got lucky. He's still going to have another shot to get up to the corner because I don't think that right side has much access to the green.
Oh, Christina just turning it over just a bit.
Yeah,
too
she's
much
turned it
there.
over. However, she might have gone right enough. I think if you go right enough in there, you've got a gap to the green. We saw some players intentionally go right side here above the trees to land into that gap. So yesterday,
I mean, who did we see go over the top? Matthias? From
yeah,
Norway?
Matthias bloody boom sauce overhand.
Look, there's definitely some lines in there. I have
Yeah.
seen it done.
I-
I personally am
Yeah,
not
I
enough to
would go
through
down
there.
I'd go down the middle. I think it's just a 65-meter mid-range shot that just has a very slow fade, lands right where you need it. If you've got the forehand touch, it's probably even
Yeah,
a
that's
better
it.
shot.
We do also have the chat in front of us as well.
Mhm.
So if you want to jump on there, let
Yeah.
us know anything. If you want to let us know where you're
We've got-
watching from.
Yeah, let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah.
That'd be great. And if we've got any names or any information wrong with the players, please do let us know.
Definitely. All the help we can get.
So it would be, for most of the USA watchers out there, it'd be 9 p.m., 9:19 p.m. in New York, and it'd be roughly late afternoon, roughly 5 p.m. in Los Angeles. So we got some people watching late at night. Yep, good choice. Is exactly what we thought that the US team would do. How was I with the time zones? Was I close?
About 8:20 in New York. Right now.
8:20 in New York. I was 1 hour off.
Yeah.
Okay,
pretty
that's
good.
close. Okay, so I think we've got. Oh, we got some people sending some photos in of them watching the coverage.
Everyone's getting involved.
Yep.
It's great.
Já to zkusím prostě dostat spíš blíž. A uvidíme, no.
All right, so we've just got Leah training one of our technical crew to be able to do the whole graphics for today with us. Me and Leah were just covering that by ourselves yesterday and made a bit of a mess of it. So, wow, look at this forehand flex. I think that might give him a look for a long jump putt, but it's going to be a tough one. All right, as suspected, they're looking at the gap into the green, but bad footing and wow, go all the way through. Okay, so I believe we can't see the other camera just yet, but I believe that's probably around about 20 meters, maybe 20, 22 for their putt. So this is Chris's first off the tee. He does have a look. He's going to have to do a backhand turn over here. Might have that trees right in front of him, which might be tough. That's actually a very good result from that location. I believe he's going to have a look at the basket for a putt, in for 3. It'll be an outside look at the circle, but still, any putt here on this hole for a 3 is good. You can see that Mando sign on that darkish tree in front. Of Andrew. He's going around the outside. This outside gap is actually quite a bit open there. You can see he has clipped one of the trees though.
I like your teddy bear. Where did you get it from? Oh, cool. Where did you play? When did you play there? Oh, like I play. I really want to go to like 3 European stuff next year. Like Worlds and then like 2 others.
Go in. Wow. What a close run. Looks like a method. Dismania. This is that outside look for the Czech team. Go in. Wow. Touch and medal. Good bid.
It took me most of the round to figure it out yesterday.
All right. Got Leah back. We're back at it. Going through the technical things for our technical helper, Jody, in the booth. All right, so we're just going to have to catch up a little bit on score. I've kind of been keeping track, but me and Leah.
Yeah, so at this point in time, I believe Czech is up in the singles and
Equal in the doubles.
yep, even in the doubles. Ooh,
Good
it
bid.
was a good bid by Leah. Okay, so Christoph here to make the putt. And he sunk it.
Good putt.
And just finishing out the hole there before heading on to hole 3.
Hole 3, I've mentioned this a few times in coverage, my favourite hole on the black course. It requires a backhand stable fairway turnover or a flip to flat flippy driver that's going to fade nicely around this tree here and underneath the basket. This will show us very much so what these plays are capable of in the woods, and we're just getting some
So,
information back.
yeah, at this point in time,
I
it
wasn't
looks
really-
like Czech is still holding on that one in front
Yep, and the singles.
in the singles, and there's still even Stevens in the doubles.
Tied all round on that hole.
So it's looking like it's going to be a tight match.
I'm sorry, I'm pointing at the screen while we're live. I'm just trying to look for the chat
Oh,
that we
chat.
brought up. Yeah, it's we can probably remove this now. I'll just
Yep.
drop it down.
Let me drop that.
Yeah, there we
Here
go.
we go.
Yeah, maybe bring that up a bit.
All right.
Oh, drag it open a bit, sorry. Oh, live. I'm just talking live on chat, sorry. Again, I've got a button here that stops me from doing that, but okay, cool. Hi, Sharon. Hey, Stephen. Martina, how you going? Let us know. Let us know where you're watching from today. And this coverage is brought to you by Parked Media. And if you are watching and you do have their Insta or Facebook, maybe send them a photo of you watching this coverage. So as mentioned before, this one is it's not the hardest hole, but it does have a flex backhand drive for those backhanders or a forehand flip up for the forehanders or lefty forehanders, sorry, which is what we do have on this coverage with Leah. She's got a dominant forehand. Hey Kyle, hey Stephen. Some people watching from DC, some people watching from Maine.
Just the names for you.
All right, so we got check up first. This is very pretty. As long as it starts to fade now. Oh my gosh, this is going to be great. Yeah, that's actually a really good shot.
That for me is the aim spot.
Yeah.
That grass tree right near the pin.
If you can get past this last gap here, in between that big tree on the right and the left tree, just in outside the screen, that's a money shot, really.
Chris
And
Villa.
he's gone stable turnover. This is what I think this whole plays.
Skips
Wow.
into the circle.
I would say that would have been close to medal for sure.
Wow. Look at that. We've got some people watching from Czech Republic, and it's
2:30 a.m. Coffee needed.
That is dedication.
That is dedication.
All right. We have Christoph here.
Don't hit it. Okay. So that's going to give him about a 20-meter putt. Still possible. I think he might have a look at the basket. We've got Andrew up next. Go on stable also. He's going to leak to the left, but if he goes all the way through, he might have a look there.
There is a window down there.
Yeah, if he's gone past these two grass trees here, native Belga grass trees, it's going to give him a probably edge of circle look for the putt. So, sorry, just on commentary, I just want to let you all know that I might have said Czech Republic a few times. It's Czechia. I apologize. Just me stumbling through my words. The pen came out of the pen. Okay, so we're just trying to... Yeah, there's another pen here.
Lethal by name and by nature
Yep.
today. Just broke a pen.
Okay, we're just having some pen difficulties in the
There
booth.
it is right there.
So yes, we've got. If you're just tuning in now, Czechia versus USA. I believe it's 2:30 a.m. there. I don't think.
Christina with a great upshot there.
Yeah, it didn't look like she was going for that putt. Just trying to get as close to the
That's
basket as
really all it
possible.
needed.
Yeah. This would just give a little bit of pressure for Leah to get under the basket also, or maybe try and run it, make a mistake, and then.
Oh, that's a
tough one, yeah. But she's lefty, so this has opened up that line. Okay, and that's a good upshot too. So that's going to match them on this hole. Equal score. And so this is the one that Chris didn't like his throw. However, as you can see, he is inside the circle. And those blue lines with those purple flags, which
Purple
I didn't
flags.
know were purple for all this week. I just thought they were blue. Oh, he's putting with the crown. Oh, I really wanted that to go in.
Race putts with crowns.
I putt with crowns. They are the original PA3s. If people didn't know, they're exactly the same putter as a PA3, but they've just been around for a bit longer. A little bit awkward stance here.
From Jakub.
That's a very slippery road on his right foot. Could be a factor here. No, that's a stabbing putt there. That was actually...
Made it look too easy.
We're going to see more of that. That's going to be brilliant.
I like that you putt with pierces.
Leah just saying that she likes that Jakub putts with fierces.
Paige Pierce.
Yeah, Paige Pierce fierces.
There you go.
Just after I said I like the crown putt. Okay, so that was one up for Jakub, I believe. Yes.
Yes.
On the single. So now he's up two.
Up two.
Up two for the
Czechia.
singles and up two for Czechia for the singles and equal for the doubles in both the teams. Got a bit of a gallery walking here. Boat's dad, John.
Jono.
Sorry, just paying tribute to one of the locals. Hole 4A, this is a derivative of the normal hole 4. 183 metres. You want to land in that sunny area through this gap. The gap is crucial. That's goal 1. Get through the gap. Goal 2 is get as far down this fairway as possible to give yourself an option for this left or right side. Intended route is this left side, and that's just going to be able to get up to the green. The green is also on a mound. There is also like a little lean-to that we saw, a little shelter that we saw someone get hit yesterday.
Absolutely thwacked yesterday.
Yep. So let's see how they play this one. I believe first of all is just getting out through this gap though, and that will give all of them an option for the birdie. But if they don't, it's a hard par.
That's it. It was a not too bad a shot from Jakub there. We have Chris Villa lining up for his tee shot.
Yep, this is how I played this hole. I just went buzz out into this fairway here, and then just play the next shot. I believe the safer play to get through. Well, this is her forehand, and it looks like she's gone fast speed.
Still need to find out how old she is.
Yeah, we need to find out how old she is. She's absolute mash here. Don't hit that tree, please.
Wow.
She has got some power.
Wow.
Wow. Backhand and forehand.
I might need to go have a conversation with her after this.
Yeah, this girl's going to be something in the future if she's that
Wow.
young. I mean, on an international stage, sorry for Czechia, we might not know her, and she might be a big thing there. However, we're just watching some brilliant throws from her. As long as this doesn't hit anything, this is going to be in a similar position to that mid-range shot from Chris.
Yep, still poking out on the fairway there.
Yeah, anything out in here, this fairway, that no one's hit the tree yet, which is good. Just getting some more information on Christina.
According to Christina's
Is that what it's-
Instagram,
No way.
she's 14 years old.
She's 14 years old. Okay. She is an amazing player.
And we have someone in the chat as well.
We got another
also-
Jakub, maybe, or Jacob. Sorry, Jakub.
Yeah, confirming that she's just turned 14.
Yep, that's...
I'm in awe.
Yep, so am I. She's not, doesn't look backhand, forehand dominant. She looks like she's versatile in both and has power in both of those throws.
I think, just looking at her profile here, she says, disc golf is my life. I feel like a lot of us would say that.
Yep. Yeah, as Max said in the chat here, these ladies are throwing bombs. Both of them are doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so we got Brown here.
Oh,
Just trying to get into that gap.
Just at the opening.
Yeah, I think he's playing this one for a 4 or giving himself a light bid for the 3. Okay. Wow, we're just getting some more chat commentary saying that Christina won everything she participated in the Czech Republic and the Czech National FPO Champ, Junior Champ, and Czech Disc Golf winner, all in 2024. Wow. Okay, so just came out of nowhere 2 years ago, it seems.
Yeah.
And just on a tear, going from MJ 15 to FPO pretty quickly, it seems. We've had a few of our young players do similar things here, like Alex and Blake.
Who are both on the team for Australia.
Yeah, they're on the team, and
Yep.
we're going to be watching them this afternoon. So a little bit older now, but
Just watching them progress
Mhm.
over the
Yeah,
last
it's-
couple of years has been incredible to watch. So Jakub here with his, was that his drive?
yeah, this was his drive.
Wow.
This was his that mash.
So he's sort of taking that
Outside,
right-hand
I like this
line.
route. Oh, he's hit the last tree. That was going to flare skip into the circle.
I definitely feel like it's a little cleaner down that line.
It's a wider gap, but
Yeah.
but you're playing to the edge of the circle for a long putt. You're not playing to get under the basket,
No.
which is a tougher ask. If this skips and flares, it's still skipping, and perfect little jump.
A little jump.
Still going to be outside the circle, but he is going to have a look.
There we go. So
Oh, he's going to be just on the edge of the circle. We can't see that purple or purple line, but it does look like he's on the edge of the circle.
so looks like we have a lot of people.
Yeah, we got some people
watching
from China watching as well.
from China, Colorado, Maine,
Oslo,
Oslo, Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Hi,
Hey,
everybody
Hayley.
in Melbourne.
Go Gators. I'm sure there's probably a reference to either a football or hockey team that might be going on in the US at the same time, or that could be the team's
The team's name.
name.
The Oz Disc Golf team is called the Sugar Gliders.
Sugar Gliders. Okay, so they're called the
So
Gators.
They could be called the Gators.
We'll get confirmation on that in the chat, hopefully. This nice little camera angle.
Oh, that little forehand.
Yeah. It's going to give her roughly about her partner a 6 metre putt. For those international viewers or in America, it's probably around about 20 to 17 feet.
So where did Chris end up after that upshot? Oh, just tucked in on the right-hand side.
So he's now throwing for 3. He's pointing at saying I'm trying to avoid that. Looks like a coffee rock. I'm not too sure if that's what it was, or it might be a prickly bush.
Go in the basket. Oh, that was
Wow,
looking pretty
that was
good.
good. Good bid.
Oh, here we go. So,
Oh, we've got
Jacob
a
in the comments is saying the club name is the Moravian Gators.
Gators,
I'm so
yeah.
sorry if I've said that wrong. But there we go, confirmation.
and we've also had a little image of what Chris was looking at where he didn't want to step. I think it might have been an ant's nest of some sort.
Oh, yeah.
We have fire ants out here. We don't have a lot of them, but they are here.
But there are quite a lot of spots where,
And
yeah,
where
you don't
they
wanna be.
when they are, there's lots of them. So
So Christina for the putt.
we haven't really seen a full putt yet. This is going to be good. Bit of a tailwind, so let's hope that she keeps it above the band to drop faster. She
Ooh,
did
just-
anticipate for it, but
just a
then the
bit
wind
high.
dropped as soon as she went to putt.
Yeah. And that's the thing with Mundaring. I feel like
Swirly winds.
it's swirly winds, but it's also on a switch.
Mhm.
It's almost like someone turns off the wind just at the right moment.
And for the viewers who haven't watched in the last few days, Perth, Western Australia, is the second windiest city in the world as of 2024.
And the fourth most isolated city.
Fourth most isolated city, right.
Yeah.
Some
Little
an
fun fact.
international asked me the other day while I was up at the shop saying, is Perth the most isolated city in the world? And I was like, I don't know,
I think
actually, no.
from memory, it's the fourth most.
Let's
Might
watch
have
this
to fact
part.
check that.
Oh, nice part.
And that was from Christoph.
Yep, that was finishing off the doubles. And
And then we have Andrew here. All right. And Jakub to finish off his putt.
hole 5, par 452 metres, 499 feet. You want to get out of this gap. Goal 1. Goal 2 is get as far up this fairway up to the right to access this this gap here. This hole plays quite a bit uphill, probably 5 to 10 metres of elevation. So any distance you can chew off the tee is preferable, and it will make the upshot a lot easier for the players.
Yeah.
So
You definitely want to put your teammate in the best position possible.
these, I
yeah.
mean, so far the women and the men have been throwing very far, so I don't think it will be much of an issue, just as long as they get out of that gap. If they hit one of those trees off the gap, it's a tough birdie. Okay.
Perfect. So our doubles are still tied at this stage, and Jakub is now 3 up. So it could be a quick day for the singles.
It could, yeah. It could be a quick day for the
Yeah.
singles. Well, let's just keep an eye on that. Maybe Chris turns it up. I might be fighting just a bit of nerves early on, so let's see how that goes. And I think we're just going to go back to the course in a moment, and let's see how these guys progress down this
Yeah, we're loving all the
commentary.
hellos from people in the chat.
Wisconsin, Oklahoma. Thank you for all your American viewers watching your team. Welcome to ask us any questions as well whilst you're on chat. anything about Perth, Western Australia,
Disc golf in general.
disc golf in general.
Anything you want to know.
Yep. Got Pennsylvania checking in as well.
Seems like there's a big following for Chris Villa as well.
Yeah,
A lot of people are
there definitely is.
giving him the Go Villa.
And apologies if we don't know you as well, know Chris as well as you guys do. Everyone has home states, home state heroes, and we have our own here in Australia as well.
Absolutely. Jakub.
Whoa,
Oh,
that is a mash.
and that's where you're going to want to end up.
Yeah, you don't want to push too far straight, or else it's going to pinch you off into not being able to get into that fairway gap. But I think that's a good shot. I've got Chris here. And that's also nope.
We've just hit
I
that
just
big
niced
tree,
it.
but I feel like there's a little bit of an opening to the right there,
Mm.
so he might be in an okay position.
Yeah, he might. He could be playing it for par though.
He could be.
He could, yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, he could have a standstill mash. We'll see.
Christoph. Kind of lost sight of that one.
Yeah, he didn't like it, but he's out in the fairway.
Yeah.
It's going to give him a look, so it's going to be a tough ask for that bird as well. But he might have the power to get up that hill. We just
And Leah with a beautiful forehand.
yeah, that's a great shot. We just got a question asking, has Australia ever played the 2 metre rule? I believe that Hot Pink Turquoise has asked that question, and 2 metre rule being 2 metres from the ground if it lands in a tree. It is marked OB in California.
Yes.
Not many other states in the US, but maybe they can commentate and let me know if there is any other states, but I do know California does that. We don't do it here
No, we really
in
have not
Western
seen it
Australia,
in
and I've been
comps.
playing for 10 to 14 years. I haven't seen it. I believe it might have got introduced early on when I was first playing, but I think they scratched that pretty quickly. We've got a lot of larger grass trees that they can land in, and it's just not a fair rule for us.
Although this weekend we have seen a few discs get stuck in trees.
Yes.
So
Sarah just chiming in on the chat. Sarah Gleason, I'm assuming, is a relative.
or just backing Kev Gleason. That's
Yeah.
on the
Got lots of information from Kev.
The US card.
Didn't get got the information from the wrong card. I thought we'd be seeing the team captain playing, but we're here with Chris.
And Andrew with the upshot.
Yep, he's made it into the gap, and he's going to have an obstructed 20-meter look, 60 feet. Okay, let's see. So this was her first shot.
This was her tee shot.
This is a great shot.
Well, actually, sorry, it was Christoph's tee shot.
Christoph's tee shot. Okay, well she's got.
Let's see if she can.
I'm not
poke it
surprised if
past
it was her either way. It's-
Oh, the power.
She has a lot of power. Yeah, that's probably again 20 to 15 meters, 60 to 45 feet to the basket. And now we're seeing Chris's see what he has to manufacture here to get into the green. Looks like a mid-range.
And it looks like.
But he's gone. Yeah, he's gone up there.
yeah.
I think he's a bit further down. He's probably going to be closer to 25 meters, 75 feet from the basket. And as you can see, they're walking uphill. It's not the hugest hill, but it is a slow gradient all the way up to the basket.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the calves burning.
Yeah. You definitely feel it when you're throwing a disc and you expect it to go close to the basket and it doesn't.
Yeah.
You have to throw a little bit harder. Is that Paige Pierce nuke?
Oh, it certainly was.
Yeah. Okay, I think he's got a perfect look at the basket here. This is prime position.
Oh, and a fade.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but him parking that, and if he gets this in,
Will be
if he was playing this hole normally, is that his 4th birdie in a row? Yeah.
I think so.
This is not an easy course.
No, and he's
Jakob
making
just
that look-
absolute machine.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of really recognizing that now. Sarah is Kevin's wife. Daughter and I are here. It's been amazing so far. Loving the WA hospitality. She's here locally.
Oh, that's so great to hear. I spoke with Kevin yesterday, and he's visited quite a few places and told me about a few upcoming trips to Caversham Wildlife.
Yep.
And a few other things. So I really hope you guys enjoy your stay here. It's really lovely.
Got Leah. See if she's just got her little forehand hyzer here. Trying to find a gap. Don't think she had much. Maybe something
Not
in
much,
her way.
but maybe just a little short.
I think she's in probably just an edge of circle. And this is the Czechs doubles, Christov's upshot, which will put them in for a par. And I believe with Leah's throw there, they'll have to make it for also par. If they miss, then
Yeah.
yeah.
So we may see a score change in the doubles here.
Chris, I think, needs to throw this in, correct? Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
should see some good action here.
Let's do it, Chris.
I want to see some of these throw-ins.
Unlucky.
He had the want. Okay, so that's going to put Jakub from Czechia up 4
Yep.
after 4.
And then Andrew to hopefully
Sorry.
sink this putt.
After 5. He hasn't missed. We're on 5th hole.
Yes.
It'd be great if I could count. Okay, so this putt to tie it. Looks good.
There we go.
Righto. So doubles tied up still. And singles Czechia up 4.
Chris still making his putt. Oh.
Yeah. I think he knew.
Yeah. I mean, he had to
He
give
had.
it a go.
He just wanted. I think I was speaking to some people about this last night, some other players, and I was asking why do some people still opt to putt even though, their opposition's under the basket, and it's to one, keep warm and practice.
Exactly. It's still putting practice. There we go. Christina finishing the putt off for Czechia.
Just to explain a little bit more, Chris didn't have an option for the win there with his opponent under the basket, but he just wanted to have a putt still. All right, so we got hole 6A here, par 4, 172 metres, 564 feet. You want a hyzer on the top left gap up there, which we saw. Land anywhere about here, left side is better, so it gives you better access to the green. This wooded line is very tight. You want to give yourself the best opportunity to access this green. So the first shot is the most crucial, in my opinion, for this hole. Get yourself into that optimum position. I think that the spiking high forehand just to get off onto the backhand to get off onto the left.
Absolutely.
This is going to be hard if Leah's... See what she's got with her Forehand spike highs there if she's teeing off for USA. Does look like she is up. Maybe there was a backup here yesterday as well.
It's another one of those purple flags just
Oh
hanging
yeah, that blue
precariously.
flag right in front of us. Which is it stabbed into the tree?
It looks like it's stabbed into the tree.
Okay. Can we have a little view up that top left gap, cameraman? I believe that's where most of the players are going to be playing. They're going to try and pipe it up there. Yeah, that's a good angle. All right, so we got Jakub up. Oh, so he's gone right side. Played a little bit safe. I don't know. I don't think it did look like he was trying to go. It did look like he was looking at that left gap.
Yeah.
But not good result either way.
Lucky there as well. It did go a little high.
He is going to be pinched off on that. He's pushed too far right, so he's not going to be able to access the fairway. This is that gap that I was saying. Yeah.
That one there.
You can see them happy about the throw.
Landing that little bit left around the fairway gives you a sort of straighter look.
Yeah, he's going to have a straight look at that.
Christoph for Czechia. Will we see the same line?
Ooh.
Just a little bit of an early release there.
Yeah, it did look like he. It might have been his footing was off a little bit off, and it early rotation, let go of the disc early. You can see those flies on Chris's back.
Looks like it's a
time of year. They really have come out in the last 4 days. This is the safer play.
Safer one.
Yeah. He saw his opponent hit the early tree, so he knows just get out into the gap. Okay, we're just getting some commentary about having some scores for the doubles. We'll get on that. Thank you for letting us know. Link to the Asia DG page, please, so I can share it with him. Okay, so...
Oh, it looks as though Stephen and Tim are sort of having a little conversation.
Oh, okay, in the chat. Yep. Okay, so we've got Christina. Doesn't have much of a look here. I think if they want to try and win this or even match, they're going to need to try and get into the next gap or close to it from here. It looks like she's going mid because she's Team Dismania, I would say, and it looks like a Iron
Samurai?
Iron Samurai. So I think she's MD3. Wow, she's made the gap.
Wow.
And if this fades here, needs to fade a lot. Yeah, I believe that's going to be a good shot.
She really didn't have a lot to work with there, so
The gap was like less than a meter.
Yeah, I mean, that was really not a lot to work with, but I feel like she really, really delivered.
Yeah, well done.
So not quite sure who's gearing up here. Chris looks like he's ready to give it a crack. Here we go. So Leah coming up to a shot that's kind of right side of the fairway with her forehand, I think.
All right, so Chris looks like a mid-range. No, it's a bit faster. Not happy with his drive. I saw a little bit of a slip from his plant foot, so okay. Jakub just seeing what he's got access to. This is what I was talking about. I think he pushed a little bit too far off to the right. He got a lot of distance, but now he's going to be pinched off. By the looks of this, not going forehand, so he must be right-hand, backhand dominant, or he feels like the shape is better. Okay, he has reached the gap, but he's hit an early tree. I would say he's got a 25 to 30 metre putt for the 3. Christov is going to do a forehand chip, probably 45, 50 metres out. Missed that. I believe that's going to be edge of circle or just outside. Just outside.
Martina, thank you so much for letting us know. We've popped the scores up there now. So just a quick score check-in. We're seeing the doubles tied up at the moment. And Jakub is 4
up. Yep.
at the moment.
Six hole.
For
This is the
Czechia.
6 hole played with 4 up. Very, very good score if he was playing for a normal singles scoring match. I believe Martina was referencing the other card that's behind them.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, we don't have eyes
the,
on
the
them.
information, here, but we can try and find some, and if we do get some information on that, Martina will get that on live coverage, so we know how both teams are tracking across this morning.
Because who do we have on that other card? It was Corey,
Yeah,
Kevin,
Corey, and I've got it here. Sorry for US team what are watching. They're just like, these guys aren't getting the correct info. So we got Kevin, Corey, and Corey.
Kevin Brown here, just with a slightly difficult lie. Right in amongst that beautiful tree. Ooh, that sounded like he's hit a very early tree.
Didn't have a very good lie there.
Yeah.
That was tough.
They were the trees I was talking about yesterday that like to take any disc that comes near them. So
The bank shears.
yeah, to avoid those is the plan.
I'm not going to tell you what type of bank shear it is. I'm not Nate Sexton. But yeah, they do grab a lot of discs.
Yeah.
Have you watched his? I think he's got a song, and they've got a book about his him knowing all of the trees.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think they brought it out probably.
I like to think I
4
know
years
my
ago.
plant species, but I'm not that good.
Yeah, he's got a
Oh,
bit of a thing for it. So that was their 4th.
That was their 4th. Bit of a tricky
Yep.
spot there. Wasn't a lot to work with.
Jakub here for, I think this is his 3rd. Okay, so
Just nestling at the base of the stump.
yep. And I believe this is going to force Chris to throw in here. if I'm right. I'm tracking correctly. Nose up. Oh,
Oh,
well done.
gave
Good
it a
effort.
good bid.
Yeah. He's been in that position a few times.
Yeah.
Jakob really putting the pressure on and forcing Chris to run those up shots.
And really step up.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's the best thing about watching match play. You get to see that type of play here. I get to watch Christina for the second time this round have a good putt.
Bit of a difficult line
Yeah,
amongst the debris there, but
If you're Estonian, though, you watched the coverage yesterday. Albert Tam's got all the firepower disc golf game, making a 15-metre putt from the top one of those.
and just a little layup.
Yeah, it looked like she was laying that up.
Yep.
It went inside, by the way.
It did. It rolled
Yeah,
through.
I didn't even
into
know there was a gap there.
Yeah. It wasn't part of the coverage yesterday, but following the USA team around, saw a few of the players unfortunately skip out of the basket and yeah, drop in amongst that stump.
Mm. Here's Chris. Sorry, Andrew. Thank you, Leah.
Oh,
wow, well done.
Well done.
So that was for 5, right?
I
That was their
believe
team.
so.
Yeah, sorry, it's hard tracking both these. That might have tied them up.
Yeah, well, doubles hasn't changed.
Let's see what Czech do with picking up their disc.
Chris finishing the putt.
Well, Christina just laid up under the basket.
Christina laid up. Jakub in for 4.
Yeah, Jakub won that one, so that's for he's 5 up now. We got a little shot of. They're gonna have to play on top of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna put.
How do
They're
you
gonna have to
play
put
that?
that. And considering they're putting in, that confirms that they've tied that hole. They needed to
Yes.
finish it off. Okay, so
So,
Jakub now 5 up.
yeah,
Wow.
and our doubles are still even Stevens.
All right, here we go. Hole 7. This one, 160 meters, a little bit uphill there here, and then goes down. You want to land in this sunny patch area about here, roughly. If you don't land there, you do not have access to this fairway. You can go through the bush or over it. It is a dog leg and cut the hole in half. And we saw Thomas Gilbert go completely 90 degrees off the tee pad the other day, and he landed inside the bush. It wasn't super close to the bar. I wasn't super close to the sorry, I wouldn't say it was the most optimum line, but because he got some distance off the tee, it just gave him a little upshot to get into the basket for a 3.
Absolutely.
But this hole can be played quite a few ways. Swampy, a local in the background. Hey, Swampy, he'll probably come back and watch this later. Yeah, this. I don't think the bush here on the left is very, very thick. So if anyone kicks off into that,
Yeah.
I think it's a play out is
Even
the smartest
just
play.
out of that tunnel at the end there.
Yeah, you
they
just want to
too
go.
far right as well.
Yeah, you do, and
It's a little dangerous.
it is dangerous. It drops off a little bit. So this is a tough drive. The drive is the key thing about this hole. This looks pretty good though. He's happy
This
with
is
that.
fading nicely.
Yeah.
We could be positioned well right near the tunnel.
Yeah, there is a Mando on the right side, so you can't go right of the tunnel, but you can go left. It's gone turnover. Has he gone stable enough?
Ooh,
That looks good.
This is a pretty well positioned shot.
I think that might be even better.
Yeah. Christina teeing off for Czechia here for the doubles.
Don't hit that.
Oh, get off it. Oh, unlucky. That was also the issue I had with this hole. Just making it a bit too narrow on that side.
Yeah, it does require you to get in a good position, and
Yeah.
you can pipe it through this gap here and still not have access to that
Yeah.
if you don't get yourself into the right position. Chris also going overstable, and let's hope it's got some
Oh, it just
stability.
cleared.
To
Just
fade
cleared
back, and that looks
the
good.
ball golf tee off.
Mm.
That could have been interesting.
And just want to mention that on the ball golf fairways, the greens in this time of year is quite slippery.
Yes.
We've got some like a pea gravel type ground here, and the plant foot can get some action. We've seen some locals scuff up the ground in front, behind their lie, just so that they get a bit more grip.
So here we've got Chris. No.
Chris
sorry.
not happy with those flyers.
No.
No, he's putting that shirt
mean,
over his face.
We're local to the area. I don't think we're even happy with the flyers.
We're somewhat used to it. We can just talk through it, but sometimes
Yeah.
it does get unbearable. And it can get your nerves going through the day. If you've had so many flies on, you just get to the end of the day and like, I need to go inside.
Yeah. You adopt the Aussie wave.
Yeah.
You're just constantly swatting them in front of your face.
Christoph, I believe they're just gonna chip up to the mouth of the fairway. I hope he doesn't go too long.
Just a little hyzer.
Pinched off around that Mando, maybe. Isn't he
A
that?
little wide, but I think we're still looking straight.
I think
down
he's
the
alright.
tunnel.
Yeah. It looks somewhere where Chris landed.
Yeah. So we could have a few great shots to execute there. Chat's gone a little quiet. I feel like everyone's gone to bed.
Yeah, no, guys, let's pipe up here. Let's get some chat going.
I think what did we start yesterday? Was how you were stacking your bag. We had colour.
Oh yeah.
Speed.
Any people out there that stack their bags with colour?
Yep.
Or rainbow for that matter. Chris, he's got a perfect look at this. This actually looks like a great shot. As long as it stops. There we go. He's on. Oh, has he gone in? Is that him there?
That's
okay.
Yeah.
So he's got actually a hole in between him and the basket. It's a little divot in the ground.
But it's still fairly close.
Yeah, I think he's about 8 meters, 18 feet.
Jakub. Oh, just a bit too high. There's a lot of low-hanging branches coming into that mouth there.
You know what? With that shot with Chris, they could get him one back off the
It could.
check team by Jacob. Jakub, sorry.
We think we're saying that right.
I'm just going to keep saying something.
We're rolling with it. Until we get corrected, we're rolling with it.
Just keep saying words.
Leah just checking the distance there.
I'd say it's probably 55. She doesn't have the gap though. That leaning tree, the dark leaning tree off to the right is the Mando tree. So she might have that in her.
But she does have the power on the forehand. So.
Yeah.
Oh, actually.
And you can
lefty.
see, there you go. She scuffed the ground, making sure she's getting good plant footing.
Absolutely essential here.
Yeah. I love this shot here. If we can stay on this one here, this will be good to see. Turn.
Oh, beautiful.
She leaked off to the left a bit.
Just a bit, but there's still a tunnel down that side.
Yeah, I think she might, as long as she's not behind one of those trees,
Yeah.
she'll have access to putt to the basket. It'll be about a 15 or 20 metre, but still got something. If the Czech team park this one though, it will give USA the opportunity to try and get that birdie and win one off them. So the Czech team definitely need to get close to the basket on this one to stay in it. Wow,
Oh,
this is
Christina.
amazing.
This could be parked.
That.
Oh, she
Oh
makes it
my.
look so effortless.
Little slow turning
I need to know what
putter
that disc
shot.
is. I feel like I need that disc.
Oh, I believe that's it. A Link or a Logic. She's Discmania, and it did look. A lot of those two putters in that soft plastic do come in white. Maybe someone can let us know what putters she's throwing there.
Ooh,
Not enough turn.
just didn't want to flip.
Okay, so with Jakub doing that, I believe this is going to give a green light for Jacob to try and
Well, how many shots
best
are
this
we
hole.
up to? Jakub, that was his fourth.
Fourth, and Jacob, and Chris
Chris
is
up here for 3.
3. Yeah, so he's 1 up on them.
So if he can just
And-
play it safe from here.
Yeah, he's. I think he's just gonna.
Yeah.
Well, he'll get to see Jakub, I believe, go first, and if Jakub doesn't make it from this distance, it's going to give Chris the ability to just put it under the basket and
hopefully
win
take the
his
win for the
hole.
hole.
Yeah,
No,
get one back
not that one either.
from Jakub.
Leah
Okay.
on the hunt for a disc.
Yeah. If the colour matches, he said. As expected, where they are, it's far, but there's no. As long as you're not behind a tree, you don't get obstructed, and you've got to look for the basket. I think we found.
Just got to remember that little divot.
Yeah, there's a
It's just
divot
to the left of the basket.
basket. I think.
It's not terrible, but it's not ideal footing for a nice putt.
60 foot here, I believe. I think he's going to go down that right gap. Wow. Okay, there's maybe this branch here isn't the.
I mean, we're only
problem.
seeing one angle here.
Yeah, I
on the
think he
right-hand
sees something
side.
else.
But he can see a line
Mhm.
down that left channel. And he pucks it.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
So that's going to, I believe that's going to even the doubles up again. With the Czech team hitting the tree early, upshot to the mouth, and then Christina throwing under the basket. Oh, go in.
Oh, what a putt.
Well done.
So this is going to force Chris to
make the putt.
tie. That was for. Oh, hang
No,
on.
it's going to force Chris to
hasn't-
make the putt to
Chris
win
hasn't
the
thrown
hole.
for 4 yet. Sorry, my apologies.
If he misses this, though, it does tie it up.
It does tie it up. So Chris needs to make
Wow,
this
that was huge.
to get one back.
That was about 45 feet. Go in. Wow.
Yes.
Well done.
Chris has managed to get one back.
You
on
got one
hole
back.
7.
So I believe the doubles are tied up still. And we've got now, with Chris taking one back off Jakub, with Jakub up 4.
Well, this is.
Oh,
decent
okay,
putt.
sorry.
So we.
I thought this was under the basket. My apologies.
USA's under the basket.
Yeah. Okay.
And there we go.
I-
We're still tied up.
Still the same. I don't.
You
I
can
said
see
nothing.
into the future.
Yep.
There we go. So a lot of action happening in the singles.
Yep.
Doubles is there's still a lot of action, but it's such a close game.
Yep. Look at everyone out there. The flies must be really horrible. Okay, so we're on hole 8. Par 3, 84 metres, 276 feet. This hole is just riddled with out of bounds on that green on the left and then all the way around the basket. That drop off there from the basket is about 5 metres to 15 feet. This is all about ground play and disc selection. They're going to go slow putters, mid-ranges.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of players go fairway and try and land 20 meters before the basket, getting a slow skipping fade
Yeah,
and roll
and
to the basket as well.
just before that berm, as we lead into the circle,
Yeah, there is a berm there,
there
isn't
is there is a lot of that gravel sort of surface there. So, you know, if you can get that ground play,
it?
get a
Very,
nice
very
skip,
fast green.
you know, you're either parked or you're going way past. So it can go either way.
So
Pine cones, yeah, I've seen a lot of the teams picking up the pine cones around there.
I think she thought it was something dangerous, though.
I mean, some of
could
them when
see
they haven't
that.
opened up, they do look a little
Yeah.
crazy.
Those ones, that's the Banksia does that. That's like
Yeah.
it looks like a pine cone, but one of the type of Banksia, not this spiky one on the
Yeah.
left. All right, we go Chris. Let's see what he throws here. I would say putter or mid range, maybe skipping hyzer with the fairway as well.
Ooh, this could be
This
good.
could be good. Needs to slow down.
There we go.
Oh, that's perfect. Well done.
Well done.
Very, very fast green. Now Jakub, got a pressure on to make sure he sticks this too, with Chris next to the basket. He looks like he's gone overstable and it's going to skip. Whoa, whoa.
Stay off that green.
Whoa.
Oh, that could be just safe.
He's either on it or
Yeah.
on the other side, so it'll be fine.
The line around that sand green OB.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's in. Yeah.
It's close. He's going to have maybe 8-9 meter putt from there, which could be tough. Christina.
Ooh, a little
Ooh,
high.
Let's see how flippy this is. This
Go in.
looks like we could be in the same position. Okay, good.
Okay,
Well
well
done.
and truly in.
Okay. Both the Czech team landing in a similar position.
Leo
Oh,
with
this
a lovely
is-
forehand.
I'd like to see this Buzz saw forehand.
Oh, they felt so good.
Very overstable.
Ooh, settle.
Oh no.
Will it roll?
Go forward.
Oh. Landed clear of that sand green, but unfortunately OB.
Yeah, she's gone OB long.
Yeah.
No, I don't think she might not
Yeah.
know yet, but they'll find out. And there is a drop zone on this hole off to the left side,
Yeah, how far do we reckon that drop zone is?
45 to 50 feet, which is 15 to 17 meters.
So it's a slight decline with the putt
Yeah,
as well.
And the thing about match play, she's just going to need it. They
just
have
need
to
to
run it. There's no score involved, so it doesn't matter if she misses the basket and goes OB past.
Yeah.
She's going to just do her best ability to try and get this in.
Yeah.
Oh, not her. It will actually. Yeah, it will be Andrew's putt.
And kind of want more people to land OB.
Yeah,
Just so we can see those
We
putts.
saw Thomas Gilbert make that one.
Oh,
That was cool. And the funny part about that was Finland saw, which was Seppu saw him go OB immediately. So Seppu just threw a very lazy mid-range down the fairway, knowing that they can do a jump putt and then land on the basket, and they did. So they got an easy 3, not expecting Canada to make the drop zone putt, and they did.
wow.
So they tied that up, which was a real momentum shift of that whole of that round.
Right, so we've got Andrew Brown here. He's going to attempt this drop zone putt.
Yes, sorry, Stephen. We also have the same situation. We don't get to see much of the live scoring. See Andrew try and make this. Oh, looked good for a moment.
Unlucky, but a good bid.
Yeah,
That's
good
what
bid.
we want to see.
So this is going to allow Czech team to just drop it under the basket.
So Jakub
Jakub up
here.
first. Steve, let us know if you do have any information on those scores or find anything. Would love to see some. 8-meter putt here for Jakub.
There we go. So
He's
in
got
for
a
a
good.
2.
He's got a good stroke on him.
This is Chris just over on the right here.
Yeah.
So
Putting with his crayon.
in for a 2. Oh, a little high.
Those flies were bothering him.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
I was like, I find with Chris, he doesn't really take a lot of time with his shots.
No.
He's a very quick player.
And we didn't see check putt out because the Americans conceded the hole.
Yep.
Hole 9, par 452 metres. This is an elevation of roughly 3 to 5 metres from tee to pin. There is gaps all through this fairway. You want to pipe a straight shot and land here to the left to access the fairway to go up to the basket. These 2 guardian trees here to miss on the upshot. Green guarded left and right side, and I believe there's a Mando of the right side of that.
It's quite deceptive on the map for the hole, but the Mando's quite high,
It's quite far
high up on the right hand side.
I think it's just avoiding people from going around the outside onto that open green, golf green,
Yeah.
golf fairway.
But a quick score check. We do have the doubles, which Czechia is up by 1. So we've seen some movement there. And Jakub is still holding strong with 4 up. And we've played 8 holes. How many holes are we playing? It's 18. Just getting that sorted. Jakub looks like he's about to do a forehand up here. Oh,
Whoa.
and hits. Yeah.
The thing is if he's left out in the open there, he might have access. It's going to be a flex shot, overstable turnover right backhand, righty backhand shot. But it's going to be tough. Let's see how she
Backhand turnover.
plays
maybe?
wooded golf here. Yeah, I think she's going to go something really flat and straight. Oh my gosh.
Just holding there.
Seriously. Yeah, okay, so although she's behind a tree there, that is going to give them a 50 to 60 metre upshot to the basket. And I think that's a good position, as long as she's not stuck behind a tree. Andrew.
That's a shot.
Good shot, yep. We'll see. He might be pinched off on the right side, but...
Could be.
Yeah. Hey, Gatekeeper Media. Checking in on the chat. Gatekeeper do work with Parked Media for local coverage of some events, which is good. Right. Chris a little bit pinched off here. And this is, I was hoping for a stable turnover backhand, but he does not have much of a gap.
Just gotta go to the bathroom. We'll work that out after this hole.
Stephen checking in to say that it looks like a main course. I've travelled through Maine. Definitely not main this type of year. Actually, it's probably, I would say, probably the greenest we might have it this time of year. In about 1 month, everything will be brown and dry from our local heat. And I believe that was Jakob's upshot, which got a fair distance down there, but I think he's going to be playing this one for par. And I think they'll be walking to Christina's drive. Or possibly Andrew's. This is a good look at the gap that they need to fly through. Cameraman's somewhat next to the basket, so the position where they're standing here looks very good. Okay. Leah up next. As we saw that camera angle from the basket, this she does have a gap here. It's tight, but stable turnover. Kicked off to the right. They're going to have about a 30-metre putt to the basket. I believe they'll be playing this one for par. Well, depending on how this shot turns out for check doubles. Looking to do, I believe, a forehand flex shot. Oh, the last tree. That looked like a good shot. So, I believe the doubles, both countries will be playing this one for par. Chris just looking for the optimum route to the basket. And pattern pending. Shot here maybe. He's really struggling to find footing and angles. As you can see, there's not a lot he can go through. Well, thanks, Stephen. Stephen's just sharing some information on the ratings. We did vocalize some of that earlier on in the coverage. Christina, 931 rated. Leah from USA, 903 rated. Jakob just looking for optimum route. Throws a lot of discraft. Jakob didn't get a lot of information from their team, but possibly discraft sponsored. So far, all of his discs have been discraft that we've noticed. So. All right, so check team are going to need to get under the basket here to obtain their par. Pulled it out to the right a little bit. Favourable tree kick. She is edge of circle. Going to have some tough footing there with those grass trees in her way. But they do have the chance for the par. And
There's that Mando tree.
Yeah, the Mando tree. So this is US doubles team for their option on a birdie. If they do get this, they will take one back. This is a tough ask though. There's still 20 metres, 30 metres out with a gap, obstructions all around him. So I think they're going to just be playing this to par here. Overstable flex. Oh,
Ooh.
that's not too bad. They are going to be in exactly the same position for their par putt. So it's going to be down to the putting green here. Advantage to the person that goes second in these matches. They can read what they need to do based on the opposition's putt. Looked like he was trying to throw this in.
Oh,
Ooh. Well,
that
that's
was-
a close call. Tactic, I believe. Razor claw.
was that to potentially take the win on that hole? Or?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, Jacob has hit quite a few trees thus far, so I think that was a winning shot. And you can see the two doubles teams upshots landing right next to each other.
Yep.
One slightly inside the circle, one out.
Fairly matched.
Okay, so like I mentioned, advantage goes to the USA team to know what Christoph does here with his putt to see how they can play theirs. If he misses, they can just put it under the basket and match, or try and get their putt to win one. Pulled it to the right and
Ooh.
long as well. So let's see what they do.
So that's Chris Villa and the checkered doubles.
Yeah, Christoph is just behind him. So, okay. This to win one. Or to place it under the basket just to... I think she's gone for it.
Oh.
Okay, so US have a fairly easy putt to go in here. And Christoph providing Christina, I would say 7 to 8 metre putt still to match. Maybe even 9 metres. Looks quite far. Horrible footing.
We've got a flag just there. So
Yeah, just before it. No wind on the flag, so
nothing. Dead still.
she really needs this one. Oh,
There
well
we go.
done. There we go. So she's just walking past the Team USA disc. They're going to need to get that to match. I think maybe Jakob here to take... Yeah, I believe that was a win. And we'll see if Chris picks up his putt. If he's putting for it, it's
Chris looks like he's lining up. To
it does
putt.
look like he's getting ready.
Oh no, he just picked it up. There you go.
Okay. No, he's going.
No, that's Andrew.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. You know when you watch like Joe Mez and stuff and you
Yeah.
see them make silly mistakes and you're thinking, you're watching the coverage, why are you not understanding where people's discs are or whose names they are?
There's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on.
There's a
And,
lot that we're looking at and
yeah.
trying to take in.
So I apologise for the mistakes we're making. Okay, we got hole 10 here. Par 4, dog leg to the right, 167 metres, 548 feet. You either got the low route, skipping forehand righty, or lefty backhand hyzer. You want to land anywhere from here to the basket, pretty much. People going over if you've got the power, a lot of people are going over the top, we've seen in coverage. And we've seen a whole lot of eagle looks. You're cutting the hole in half, basically, if you just go straight over the top.
I mean, with the pin being completely parallel to the tee pad. So, yeah. So, we're doing, Me personally,
Mhm.
that straight shot up.
Yeah, you just go straight out into the. You make the
Yeah.
gaps with those gums, those eucalyptus gums there,
Yep.
and just get past it. Anywhere between there and the basket is a relatively easy birdie. However, a lot of these players do like to chew off more, and we'll try and get a shot of the tee pad look in a second to see what I mean by the tree line on the right side for the power throwers. There we go. So we've got two gaps there. We've got high as the turnover off to the left above, you can see, and then that little gap on the right side is the spike hyzer, which some people are choosing. I think Jakob here is just going down the middle. Oh, roller. We haven't seen this yet. I said this when we were playing.
Yeah.
I said I want to go roller here.
I actually haven't seen anybody do that.
Wow, okay. So he's got a lot of distance down there. However, there is a banksia in front of the basket, a big bushy banksia tree that guards that angle. So he's got a lot of distance, but we don't know if he's going to have a good opportunity for birdie. This is how the hole should. Wow, okay, maybe not so. He's actually skipped a little bit left and long as well. So he'll be in a similar position to Jakob. You really need to cut that corner and land off to the right side, giving you a hyzer option to a hyzer righty option to the basket. I think he's gone over. I didn't actually see this. Left his hand and couldn't see it, but
Have we come?
Oh my gosh.
My gosh.
he's gone.
That's over past the basket.
So this banksia here is green, really green bush. This is just in front of the basket. This is that tree that guards it, and he's gone left long, maybe 30 meters through the bush.
Wow.
Mm.
I think Leah's going to play it safe here. Try
Yeah.
and
She's
get
got
that.
the lefty backhand.
Yeah.
This is a money shot for her.
That
does
shot.
look perfect. And if it
Can we do a
fades
nice
hard
skip?
now, this is going to be the best position.
That's perfect.
That is
And
going
a
to.
favourable roll.
That's going to give the team 20 meters downhill, wide open hyzer around that banksia. That's in a team play like this. That's probably what I'd be doing. How are we? Sorry. Yeah, we can't communicate. We've just communicated back to the chat with one of our. It's one of our booth employees' names. So this is recently. We've just mentioned in the commentary chat. So we do see your chat. So.
Feel free to keep the comments coming
Yeah, let us
through.
know where you're watching from around the
Questions.
world,
Yep.
what time it is, maybe anything about these players, if you have any local information, or if you have any local jokes about them from your home state.
What they're renowned for.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I've actually did want to make mention, Stephen has made reference to me asking the cameraman to move, and that has just been naturally happening on the fly. I was not expecting that, but now I know the cameraman is listening to me, and I do want to thank him.
Kyle and Daniel
Yep,
out there.
from Parked Media, doing a wonderful job out there. Okay, so we got Chris. This is that upshot that I was talking about. He can see that banksia just off past the golf green. He's going to need to actually go spike hyzer around that. I
It
have
does
seen
play a little fast down there too.
it does,
so
yeah. There is some guarded trees on behind the green, so maybe you can smash into those.
Here we go. Is it gonna
Turned over a little bit.
Come on. This could be good. We're looking just outside circle.
Yeah, I think outside circle. You're going to pan to the basket. Oh, he's gone left of the.
It's still.
I think he was
Basket was to the left.
left. Yeah, I thought I saw another banksia there, but I'm pretty sure the basket was off to the left, 10 to 15 meters.
Then Jakub. So he's sort of more left up on the fairway there.
Mhm.
Chris Gibson from Alabama. you going?
Hey, Chris. I feel like this would probably be about 70 metres out, but downhill. Looks like he's going zone. Yep. Can tell that flight. He's going to smash through. Oh.
Oh, I just caught that earlier.
Yeah, that's that banksha
Earlier
there.
branch. I have seen a couple putts
Go
made from that spot.
I have too. I have too. It's not that far.
It's not.
No. As
And
long.
if you can get the stance right,
Yeah. Yep.
you're looking good.
This is that drive that Leah piped down the gap, and this is, I think, the optimum route. This is going to give them what would feel like a 30-metre upshot because of the elevation drop. Just a little floaty,
Just to really set them up.
little floaty hyzer just to fade slowly to the basket. We've got check in the bush, 30 metres past this, so if they park it here, it's going to force the check team to try and get under the basket. And this is stable up.
This is good.
Yeah, this is exactly a little bit long, but
Little bit
that's
long.
manageable easy. That's a 5
Inside
metre,
circle putt.
15 to 20 foot putt.
Rita has said, hi to Andrew and his lovely caddy, my daughter Liz, watching from Wisconsin in the USA. Thank you for sharing this with
Thank
us.
you for your chats, people. Keep chiming in. Let us know where you're watching from, what time it is. Maybe anything about the weather there.
Also, give us a shout out. Both Reese and I are locals here. If there's anything you want to know about Perth, Western Australia,
Sure,
or
yeah.
if there's any
Local
Aussieisms
wildlife.
that you've heard and you want us to clarify
Yeah.
any meanings.
Like yeah, nah, and nah, yeah. That's definitely a West
Yeah.
Australian thing. We
yeah,
say
nah, or nah, yeah.
yeah, nah means yes, and nah, yeah means no.
Or anything you think
That
we
might
pronounce
sound
a little
so
funny.
silly for the people that
Oh,
are hearing that for the first
absolutely.
time, but it is just a normal thing here.
I think the Canadian team was saying
Yeah.
the Canadian team was saying that we share that in common. They have something similar that they say.
A.
Oh no, the yeah nah and nah yeah
And they also say A.
and a.
We in Western Australia, more so the rest of Australia, we say we say A at the end of sentences.
Yeah. Christina
Go.
here.
Okay, so they weren't that long.
They weren't that long. Oh, that was the drive, wasn't it?
Yeah. It looked like
Yeah.
they went, 30
It looked
metres
like
into
it
the
went
bush.
so deep towards the road.
Yep. So this here for birdie 3. Yeah, Corey's lost to the yeah, nah, yeah. In the chat, sorry guys. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
This is a 17 metre, 45, 40, 50 metre putt here. Okay, so that's his third shot. And Jacob here to try and get one on Chris.
That's right. He's tucked up in amongst.
If he can get his stance right and has a good look for his putting stroke to not be obstructed by those two trees,
You've got those two.
I think he's going to use the disc to kneel on. Yep.
Yeah.
He can't lean on any disc in front of his lie, so I believe he's just checking for clarification. So you can't fall into those two trees.
Oh, unlucky.
All right, so the singles will remain the same.
And is Chris putting to win this hole now?
No,
Or
no,
is just to tie the hole?
they're just to tie the hole.
Yeah, okay. So we have Christoph here.
Mm-hmm. It's a 15-foot putt. Yeah, Stephen, he did. It is cut in the corner,
I'd
But-
love to get a measurement.
but
on
still
how
a mash.
far. Yeah.
I would suggest it's probably 130 metres, but Spikeiser. Not Spikeiser, it was a turnover actually.
Yeah.
Still a lot of power. We haven't got to see a whole lot of the power shots yet. The back 9 will show a lot more open shots, which we get to see some of that.
Really allows the players to open up a bit more. Whereas I feel like the front nine's a little bit more technical.
8 holes to go here. So with Jakub, I believe 5 up. Time is counting down for Chris. Check is 1 up on the doubles. So plenty of opportunity there for both teams. Hole 11. This has a double mando with his 2 dark trees here in the fairway. You need to land anywhere in this sunny patch here to the right. If you do want to get a lot more distance off this green, it will give you a much better option to this green. This green is very fast. Downhill plays 100, 110 meters, and we saw a 110, 120 meter throw in by a Canut yesterday for an eagle. That's wild to watch. That whole round was amazing. So if you haven't seen that, go back and watch it.
Yeah, I can't for the life of me remember who he was up against.
Villiman.
Oh, Vilman, yes.
Yeah, and immediately after, almost went in as well.
Almost replicated the same shot. So
it was 1 meter off the right of the basket.
We've seen it done, and we'd love to be able to see it again. So let's hope these players can put on a show. Yeah,
I think this will be a good watch. We get to see some crushes here as well.
Yeah.
Some big power forehand off the tee, and then power backhand righty off the upshot.
That's it.
Wonder who they'll put in position for that forehand. Well, I think Leah
took the shot yesterday.
So she'll be doing backhand high as a lefty.
Yeah.
Yep. Get themselves into a straight position.
Cool. So we're just seeing the team looking at the hole here with Jakub lining up, double mando, slightly uphill. And he's hugged it really close to the right side mando tree, and it's doing a very favourable skip down the hill. It's sort of skipped over that first berm there, which is really where you want to be sitting for that nice upshot. Chris Villa. Oh, yep. Backhand turnover. He's skipped through the mando. Looks like it's just dug into the ground there. It didn't really get any ground play. And now we have Christina up for Czechia. Beautiful backhand. Just fading out to the left a little bit, but still made the mando and positioned well. And Leah, Team USA. Left hand back shot. She's just fallen short of the mando on the right hand side there, but she hasn't missed it. So it could be a little bit of an awkward shot for her teammate Andrew, but we'll see once we get up there. Just having a look into the comments whilst the players are trekking up. Hi Adrian from Houston, Texas. Yeah, a lot of people saying crushed that on that last hole 10, that massive drive. I'd love to see a measurement between the tee pad and the pin. They're parallel to each other, so I don't think there's a huge distance, but yeah, it looks pretty unreal.
Where are we at, Leah?
So
I've just chimed out to go to the toilet, sorry.
So here, Leah threw lefty backhand, and we've fallen just short of the mando on the right-hand side.
So still not past it, though,
Still not past the mando, but has put Andrew in a little bit of a tricky shot. Could be.
He's gone putter, though, so let's see how he...
Just a smart pitch out.
Just a floaty pitch out. Cool.
But yeah, pretty much everyone's cleared the Mando.
Mhm.
Couple of favourable skips down the hill. We do have Czechia that I think has landed a bit more higher up on this
Team, the
hill.
doubles or?
In the doubles,
Okay.
yes.
Did Christina or Christoph?
Christina threw this lovely shot.
Okay, so this is actually from here up on the top left of this hill. He might be able to see the pin is going.
It is quite tucked off to the left.
This here is probably going to be 160 meters down the. This is a huge drive. But as we saw, he went long of the last pin, so. Oh my gosh. He's gone long.
Is this long again?
He's gone long. Can we go left of the pin here, I believe?
Oh,
Okay,
no,
wait, is
we're
the
just
basket
short.
right? Where's the basket?
Basket's to the right here. I think it's
Okay,
near
yeah,
this.
yeah. So it's true, I remember that.
Yeah,
So
that tree. There it is.
There it is. Thank you, cameraman. And
Chris, oh, he's going to go for that skip shot.
yeah, this looks good. Skip.
Oh,
Okay,
again,
a bit short.
it's a bit short.
Yeah, this is a tough ask. You do need to have a lot of power. They were just mentioning their 450 out for American viewers. That's and Australian viewers. That's a 150.
Yeah, roughly.
150 meters.
Oh,
Wow, look at that
what a
turn.
beautiful shot.
Skip.
Oh,
Wowee.
bit unlucky there. I feel like that should have really.
If it flared, if it got on angle for that disc, if it had a bit more time, it would have got on angle and then it would have skipped a lot longer. But still an amazing shot.
That was beautiful.
Very good angle control from Leah. And Tim just in the chat with PDGA live scoring is mainly for singles. This is a teams match play.
Yeah, World Flying Disc Federation.
And the match play, I believe the PDGA Live does not have the ability to score match play scoring. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that don't have that option. The teams are scoring on an app.
Yes, but I believe that gets finalised and everything.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what type of
after
app
the round is finished. And Jakub, he's going for that nice Heiser line. Oh, it's gone a little bit long at the basket. It's still looking like
long
it's
of the basket. Yep.
sort of inside circle, maybe just on circle's edge. Been seeing some really cool disc golf bags over the last few days.
The pound ones are my favourite. You know I love pound.
Yep.
Got myself one, the Nate Sexton one myself. There's a lot of players with pound bags, more so than I ever expected. We don't have a lot here in Australia because the shipping and cost of them ends up roughly 1,000 Australian dollars to grab one. That in comparison, if you're from the US, is roughly 670 US dollars. And there's a lot of grip bags. And
yeah, the grip bags are pretty cool.
Staunch bags. I saw a couple of those. All right, Andrew, looks like he's trying to throw this in here.
Well, they're down here for 3.
No, it was a floaty bit wall. Is that going long?
That's very long.
That's gone very long, yeah.
Yeah.
Obstructed putt as well behind those trees. I believe, yes, DG Metrics does handle team play, and that might be what they're using. I don't know if that's broadcasted live, Tim. I don't think so, no.
No, I think it's specifically
Oh, is it?
a scoring
Okay.
a scoring page that's been set up specifically for world teams.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. That's a good upshot. She knows that now they can put that in, the teams. The Czech team can just put that in for 4. And this is going to force Team USA to try and make that to stay with them. Just heard Chris say he needs his caddy. He has a 20-meter putt around a tree right in front of him. So let's see how he tackles this one. Oh, patent pending stance.
Oh, patent pending. One of my favourite things.
Go to the knee. Probably needs a bit more
Just a bit more
power,
power.
yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, good,
Oh, that
good
was
attempt.
that was a great bid.
Good attempt. So, because I was missing the first bit, against Jakob there, what's Jakob's going for his third now? So if he gets this, he wins it, and if he
Yes,
they match
so they both had some brilliant shots straight through the Mando. Then you saw the upshots come down the hill, and then that was Chris's third.
So if he
Jakob's
makes this
third.
here, grabs another one.
Yes.
Which will put him up 6 with 7 to play. That putt.
Oh my gosh,
What a
Paige
stabbing
Pierce
putt.
fierce putt.
Yep. Okay, so one more birdie out of him on the next hole. I believe that will secure it for the singles. This is that tough putt that they really need to get to stay in it.
Oh, and Leah.
I think that on the edge
the
of
left.
circle. Oh.
Oh. That was nasty.
A lot of chains, but just not enough.
Yeah.
Needed to be a little bit more to the center, and US, I think US just said they conceded the hole, I heard, which meant Czech didn't putt out.
Czech didn't putt out.
No, so that would mean the Czech are up 2 in the doubles now. All right, so 126 metres, 413 feet par 3. This is hole 12. This requires disc choice, mid or fairway stable turnover is preferably, so it's got that late fade to the basket. Some of these people might go driver as well. It plays a little bit easier, the 126, because there's a 5 to 7 metre elevation drop. You've got OB on that golf green off to the left. But overall, if you don't make it OB, hard hole to birdie, and hard hole to bogey also. It's generally plays more closer to the par. So this could be some score separation for someone who's getting birdie.
All right, Jakub here. What kind of throw do we think?
Backhand turnover, Mark.
Backhand turnover?
Yep.
Ah, nailed it.
And we're seeing a lot of people not have enough stability into this flight. This is a little bit more in it. I think he's going to be really happy with that.
Yeah.
It's probably just inside circle.
He was almost heading for that that bushfire pile that we
Albert
saw
Tam.
yesterday.
Maybe we can get a snippet of that on this coverage, because
Yeah.
he putt from there yesterday. It was amazing.
Chris.
Going stable turnover, which I think this is the play.
There is that really horrible ditch just beyond where the cameraman's standing as well. Oh, sorry, that's hole 14. Never mind.
This is
me.
pin high. You can see he's inside the circle on the left side. I believe he was throwing a mid-range.
Yes.
This also looks slow fairway or mid-range. Yeah, mid-range. This looks nice. This is
Can we
going
see an
in.
ace? Can we please see
Go
an
in.
ace?
Oh
my
my gosh.
gosh! And I think, is the cameraman okay?
Yeah,
Can we confirm
we got the
cameraman is okay?
mic showing in the camera's view. You think you got all excited and the camera came down? You went on the day one coverage, but trying to remember which team it was. Sweden, Latvia. I got to remember, but one of the gentlemen chained out on this hole on live coverage.
Oh,
Oh, it was just insane to watch.
I've seen a couple of people ace it. They've posted on socials through practice rounds. So it's a very aceable hole.
This is that stable turnover. This is the hole. This is
Oh my
it. Go
gosh.
in, go in. Oh, it's a bit early. Sorry.
Okay. From the tee pad angle, that looked.
That did look really good.
Oh, Stephen, yes, I know. That explains it. He's just put a series of exclamation points. That's exactly what my heart's doing right now.
This was just if you haven't watched it yesterday, we watched Norway versus Estonia, and we were like that on our entire coverage.
Pretty much through.
Experiencing that, and then we watched the playoff with Australia and
Yeah.
Canada, and
It
that
was just heightened
huge.
emotions everywhere.
Yep.
But yeah, it's pretty much this part of the course that we're seeing where
Andy's
these amazing
just,
shots are being played.
Andy's just let me know it was Finland, and I remember it was Pekka from Finland
Oh,
chaining
that's
out.
right. You did mention this.
Yep. Thank you, Andy. You can see them shooing away the flyers.
Yeah. At least the sun's out today.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike yesterday where we had the
We had
rain
a
and lightning delay.
for an
That
hour
was a
and
little
half.
scary. I myself have never played a tournament or been part of a tournament where there's been a lightning delay. So yeah, that was pretty.
Kevin, just
Pretty
to
experience.
Kevin's asking about the wind. The wind was a bit swirly earlier
I
today.
mean, looking at the flag on the basket there,
We haven't had any
it's-
wind in the putting green for the last 4 holes. So
Yeah, I mean, what is our weather saying at the moment? We'll have a quick check. We're looking at a southeasterly, approximately 15 kilometers an hour.
that's pretty good though, considering Perth. We have been in the wooded holes, and we are on the bottom side of a valley, so the wind will be less affected. We just had one of our technical guys write something on a notepad that I'm quite shocked by. He says, "I've been hit by lightning. I think I need to not."
And I'm so glad that you're still here with us, Jody. No, but
Wow. Not yesterday.
I am
yeah, not
assuming
yesterday, but-
people get hit by lightning and maybe don't live to tell the tale.
As we see,
Oh,
wow.
great putt by Andrew Brown there.
Yeah, huge. That's a
was-
2-putt.
Birdie putt,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Jakub also lining up for a birdie putt here. Oh, sorry, that was Chris Villa.
that was Chris Villa. So
Sorry,
this
my
is gonna, This
apologies.
is going to force Jacob to make this, to stay in it.
Can he get the birdie putt?
Oh, left side.
Oh,
but
he
stays in.
can. Oh my gosh. Chris really needed that.
He did, yeah.
He really, really needed
Jakob's not
that.
giving it to him.
No, he's
So six up for Jakob still in the singles. Do you want to hear an interesting, not so interesting, but useless information about
sure.
We'll wait till this putt goes in.
All right.
Hopefully.
Leah, right by that grass tree.
Let's hope it doesn't affect her stroke.
Oh, no.
She's so much chains today.
For those of you that
Many.
haven't played
So
in
many
Australia,
chains.
in particular West Australia with all the grass trees, they're not the nicest. They're really fine, almost like needlepoint foliage.
If you're coming side across them, they're fine, but if you hit the needle points head on, they
Yeah.
can stab you.
Especially with your putting action. You sort of strike your hand into them. You can bleed.
This is to take one, yes?
This is to take one, potentially.
Well done. You can see some wind coming there. So now check up 3 on the doubles and 6 up on the singles.
Wow.
Useless fact.
Useless fact.
1 in 913,000 chance of getting struck by lightning.
Wow. You were the chosen one, Jody.
Okay, so at hole 13, par 4, 168 metres, 515 feet. Mando here on the left. You need to get around, land about here to give yourself an 85-metre upshot to the basket, which plays about 105 to 110 because this elevation is huge. And we actually saw Matthias do an overhand
Oh,
yesterday for Norway. Just insane.
yeah, and that was the upshot. So
Couldn't even
he
believe
sort
it.
of did that hyzer out.
Wasn't a hugest drive off the tee, and then
No,
just
but
the
then just did
tomahawk.
this. But then the wind up, the
Oh, yeah, he does a
windmill,
wind
as I coined it. Yeah, and then just parked it right
Yeah.
inside the circle.
And on practice, we also saw Thomas Gilbert do backhand roller off this far right side of the tee, roll halfway up the hill for an easy birdie. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's see what Jakob goes with here. Looks like he's just going to go down the pipe.
With that
This-
Mando left tree as well.
Yeah, he's wanting to play it safe, but I
Yeah.
think he's gone a little bit too far right. He's still going to have an option, but he's got a gap through a tree line in front of him. It's fairly decent sized gaps, but it is there.
Yeah, it's fairly open once you get through this tunnel.
Chris, I believe he's just going to go straight and try land left side past the Mando.
Oh, hug that left side.
Same thing. The wind looks to be affecting their discs maybe
Yeah.
now. That
Does look like it's picked up a little bit.
Just
There
suddenly?
is 24-meter gusts, I believe.
they're
Yeah.
both in the same position really for the next shot. This gentleman has some power, so let's see what he does. As long as it fades off to the left,
We're sort of seeing.
similar thing. This
Yeah.
this looks like to be a right shot, but I think they're all pushed too far, so they're going to have that tree line to contend with on their next shot.
Leah with a forehand.
Hmm.
Lefty forehand.
I think that's good. This is going to
Will it
be the
get
best.
under those tree branches. Oh, it didn't. It clipped.
They've made the Mando though, right?
I can't remember if it's the very last tree.
I thought it was the second last. So
yeah,
let's
let's hope.
Let's have a look.
Doug in the comments, if the thunder doesn't get you, the lightning will. There was definitely, during that, suspended play yesterday, it was weird. It was a dry storm. It was thunder, lightning.
Yeah, there was no rain.
There was no rain.
It was very humid because there was a lot of cloud cover.
Yeah,
But
and then
the-
it wasn't until after everyone was out back
and
on the course.
The wind actually dropped, so it
Yeah.
was really still. We're just hearing this very loud thunders and we
The
didn't actually
lightning.
see any.
Didn't see any lightning, but it was within a kilometre of the course.
One of the technical staff here on the course had one of those lightning devices.
detectors. Yeah.
Okay, so there's the Mando.
Oh, and they cleared it.
They
Perfect.
cleared it, yeah.
Tucked up right behind that gum tree there, but
It's going to be a forehand if he has it. Reach out here,
Forehand.
forehand.
patent pending. Ooh, ooh.
He might have a gap between those two trees, which I can't see.
Ooh, it's a patent pending.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite shots.
I feel like he might be doing. How's the angle? Cut roller, maybe? No, it doesn't have
Our
enough space for it.
Pins up here.
I think he's just doing flex. Yep. Get on edge and skip.
That looks good.
Still look, see?
It's a little short, but look, the flags are close by.
But you can understand. He looked like he gave it all on that stance to try and get there, and he's still 35 metres out.
Yeah.
We'll get a good estimate of how hard this is to get up the hill now with Chris's upshot here. Looks like he's going driver. I reckon he's going to do stable turnover.
Just coming
He's
out
given
of
that everything and
Oh,
edge of circle.
Edge of circle. There
Yep.
we go.
That's what I mean. It does play quite uphill. A little bit of wind up there as well.
Yeah, what were we saying yesterday? Kind of like it's Probably about 80 metres from there.
Yeah, from all these shots that they're playing from, it's only probably 80, 85 metres, but with the significant elevation change, feels like 110.
Yeah. I mean, to Matthias of Norway, probably felt like about 10 metres.
Yeah. This is that tree line I was mentioning that I've got to contend with. Highs are around the outside. It looks like it's pushed straight though.
Yeah.
As long as it gets on edge. That's the edge of circle blue.
There is an
Blurple flag right there.
Blurple flag.
So he's panned to the basket real close. Next cameraman we'll get to see.
Oh, Christina, we get to see her open up now.
Yeah, but doesn't have a real good option here. She can see her trying to figure out forehand or backhand, and and she's also on this berm.
On the berm.
There's these erosion berms that they put on this course to avoid erosion. And she's on top of it, which is going to require her an uphill run-up, more so than the actual uphill that she's already on. And this is going to be a tough shot because of that stance.
She's going with a run-up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Clipped it, but still.
not what I was expecting, but she managed to do that
Wow.
really well.
That was a tough shot.
Team's just tracking up towards the basket now. Off behind the pin there is one of our trees that are painted blue.
Oh yeah, the Beyond Blue tree.
Beyond Blue tree. So Beyond Blue, for those who don't know about Beyond Blue, is the most well-known and trusted mental health organisation in Australia. So I feel like you see them most prominently throughout, the south of WA.
Driving down south.
Yeah.
And just to let people know, these are dead
go.
trees. We paint them on dead trees.
Yeah, so it's only a dead tree and they get painted blue, and it's just to sort of spark that conversation and, take the stigma out of mental health.
That was very well done, Leah.
Thank you.
I tried to explain that yesterday and it was nowhere near like that.
Leah with a nice little forehand pitch up.
Mine was more like paint blue tree, good health.
Hey, I feel like it's still got the message across. Me paint trees good.
Me
Something
eat
like that.
food.
But no, honestly, just back on Beyond Blue, a really great organisation.
Yeah, very good. Sorry to make
if you're
a
in
joke
Australia and you need assistance, definitely reach out to them.
Just to make note, this is hole 13.
Hole 13.
They have 5 holes to go and Jakob is 6.
6.
I believe if Chris doesn't make anything here, if he doesn't best Jakob on this hole, I think that's it for his round.
Come on, Chris. Chris needs to sink this.
He would need to sink it, and I think Jakob would need a miss for Chris to continue.
We still want to see some awesome disc golf, so
yeah.
Come on.
Just a reminder that the doubles will still be playing.
Doubles will still be playing. Oh, I feel like that's the norm with this hole. That's sort of what we can expect. That uphill putt.
This is just this is Naradi here. I don't think he needed to actually make it, because if he just putts this in and he matches, he would still be 6 up with 5 holes to go.
Which
would call
him take
which would
the
call
win?
Chris out. Yeah, he'd
Yeah.
take the win. Jakob would take it.
So 4th shot for Andrew here.
Yep. Is it?
Yeah, Leah did the
Leah,
drive.
yes. Sorry, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, good
Hey,
part.
good sink.
Good part. I think they needed that, right?
Yeah,
With their-
look,
with their-
the doubles are currently 3 up, check here. So, yeah. Christina. Sinks that putt. She makes that look so easy.
That's to match.
That was
correct?
to match.
Yep. Okay.
So Chucky is still 3 up with 6 to play.
Mhm. I think this is going to be his last putt of the tournament.
Yeah,
We'll just
Chris
check
just
to
putting out
confirm.
there. And Jakub.
So we're at hole 14. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 5 holes to play. Jakub up 6. We'll find out in a second, but I'm pretty sure that Jakub has won his match. Hole 14, par 310 metres. We've only seen one putt option this entire weekend. Okay. It needs a forehand, skipping, pushing, hyzer. Nothing too overstable. Something that's a little bit flippy that is going to push. And we are just getting confirmation that Jakub was actually 5 up with
5 to play.
5 to play. So
yes.
Chris still has 1 hole. He will need to birdie he will need a best Jakub in every single hole just to match from here on out. So
absolutely.
Correction, there's 1 hole left.
Hopefully we
more.
can see Chris step into another gear here.
Yeah, I mean, we would also require Jakub to possibly make some mistakes for Chris to stay in as well or match. So Jakub's been playing quite well. We'll see. I think there might be no, there's no backup. This one here, like I was saying on the fly through, I believe don't go too overstable because it's going to fade left and right early. It actually needs to a pushing hyzer that is going to skip on the flat ground and get into that gap and get some distance. This looks good, but it's going to dump and there's going to be no ground play. So see how far he gets up there.
Was it short?
Didn't get a camera on that.
Oh no, okay, we're sort
He's
of
in there, but
oh,
okay.
just outside circle.
Edge of circle, left side, right side. So that's probably another good one we've seen. Left side, sorry.
Left side.
Yeah. Turnover.
Chris,
This is a tough turnover, and I think it's going to fade out.
It's quite far out.
Yep. The upshot gap from that angle is pretty easy, but he's going to be playing 45 to 50 metres uphill.
That's a big putt.
And that's that's a
yeah.
With Jakub there, I think Jakub's just going to put it. I think he's just going to plop it under the basket.
Yeah, I mean.
Actually, I think we might see him go for it.
Christina with the forehand. Is she going to clear those branches? Yes.
Be short.
But it is. Oh,
wow.
With a skip and a favourable roll.
Okay, that's the best I've seen this hole played.
3-4 metres from the basket? Maybe 5?
I've seen this weekend, what?
I think yesterday we only saw
16
one.
people play this, and that's the best I've seen.
Yeah, wow. Leah left hand, backhand.
Wow, that's
that was a monster throw. Skip up.
14 years old.
14 years old. Still can't get over that.
But getting... Okay, so Chris knowing this might be his last throw of the tournament.
It's getting to the pointy end now.
Yeah, he's going to just try and throw this in here.
You got to give it all you got. I mean, how can you
He's
not?
got nothing. Yeah, he's got nothing to lose.
Yeah. And who knows? We could see something spectacular here. Team's just trekking down. It is a bit of a slog. Hole 13, you're trekking all the way up. Hole 14, trekking all the way down.
Yep. All right.
Wave to us, cameraman. Come on, Chris.
Throw it in. Oh, what a good...
Look, he made it to the basket.
Good shot. Well done.
So we need to see Jakub park this? Make the putt to win?
Yeah. No. Technically, no.
Technically, no. 6 up with 4 to play after this?
No, 5 up with 5 to play.
5 up with 5 to play now.
Yeah, so which means if Jakob just puts it under the basket and they match, that's it. If they get the same score on this hole, there's no option for.
But he's right there. He has to make the putt. Come
Yeah,
on.
I think knowing Jakob how he's been putting, I think he's still going to go for it.
He has to go for
He's
it.
going uphill as well, so.
Andrew looking for a big putt.
They need this because Christina under the basket.
Yeah. Oh, just left side.
So we've got now Christov. He's 3 meters out, and Czechia are up 3 already. This is Jakob's. I think he's going for it. He has the option to just put it under the basket, but I think he wants this. Just the way he plays.
Made the
Wow.
putt. There you go.
What a stamp.
That
He didn't need to do that.
Well,
He just wanted it. You can tell.
why not? Finish on on a high, right?
That's amazing.
So that's our singles
Singles, so six up for Jakob.
through.
5 to play, no more option for Chris to
That
come
was
back.
through 14 holes.
Yeah, through 14
Wow.
holes, yep.
So we still have the doubles to play out from here.
Yep, so now we've got Christoph to putt for Christina's drive,
Nice drive.
which is about a 2-3 metre putt, and this will give
Another one to.
another one. So I believe, if I'm correct, doubles up 4 for Czechia.
Correct.
Yep, with 5 to play.
With
4
4 to play.
All right, so we're on hole 15 now. This is 120 meters. Not the most difficult drive to get down there. It's just this gap to contend with, and you need turning driver late in the flight, which is considerably hard for most discs as they don't want to do that. I think the stable turnover mid-range is the good option, so it's just going to fade back. Or you do have that forehand hyzer around the outside as well, or lefty.
And we did see a lot of people take that left-hand line yesterday.
Yep.
So it's interesting. There's been a few unlucky fades onto the right,
Yeah.
which doesn't have a lot of clearing through. But
Just
yeah.
see the teams confirming the scores.
One thing I've noticed about Leah watching her the last couple of days, she's always smiling.
Yeah, yes. Yep,
Oh, sorry, we're
So
we're
we
just
just
getting
finding out as
confirmation.
well that the doubles are over also. We could see them congratulating, and I was getting confused. I believe Czechia up on the doubles and the singles, both winning their matches for today.
There we go. So it's all over in
So
14
over-
holes.
Yep. So
Wow.
this was, if I believe, for the option to win 5th position. What'd
Did
she
you
say?
hear Leah say that? She said, "I've never had so much fun getting my booty handed to me." That's so good. That's the spirit with disc golf.
I've actually just ended this coverage as well. We've got my kids and my wife who've just come in to come see me. I'm so happy to see them. I haven't seen them in a few days. So we are going to end this coverage. Are we, cameramen? Are you guys all set to time out? Okay, so I just want to thank you all for watching around the world. We had a lot of people in the chat from Australia. And oh my gosh, can you please come here?
Come over here.
Come here, okay.
This is Reese's little one.
These are my kids. Oh!
Come here.
Got my shirts on. My gosh. Okay, so just want to thank you all for watching the World Disc Flying Federation 2024 Team Worlds. That was for position to get option for 5th. We've still got around this afternoon, which I cannot wait for. It is Australia versus Estonia for the win.
gold medal.
Oh my gosh. So one of those players are either going to get, well, either of the players are going to get silver already, and one will get the gold. This is going to be insane. I cannot wait for that round. Everyone, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your messages in the chat, and we love you all. Thank you very much, and thank you, Leah, for being with us in the booth as well. We've
My pleasure, and
really
thanks everyone
found
for your
a
kind
nice
messages.
niche.
It's been really lovely that you guys are enjoying this, and to hear that you're enjoying it as well. So keep it up, and if you want us to talk about anything through the next coverage, let us know.
Thank you, guys. Wave to the camera, boys. See you all.
See you later.
Oh, there we go.